Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you through the entire process from A to Z. It does not matter what you're doing right now, whether you're working in a salon suite, working in a shop, it does not matter. Or if you have a school, or if you are accredited, not accredited, you're going through the accreditation. What we're going to do, I'm going to take you through the entire process. Now, the first step, we're going to have to believe in ourselves because there are over 1 million beauty professionals. Right now, as we're speaking, there's only 1,125 NACAS accredited schools in the entire United States. So there are a lot of people that don't believe in themselves. And why don't they believe in themselves? Previous programming, things that happened to us in our past. We're listening to family members and friends, dream killers, negative people. They're telling us you can't do that. It's too difficult. God gives all of us a dream, a vision, but he doesn't give it to everybody. He doesn't give it to anybody else. He may give it to you. So we can't listen to them. So everybody always asks, what is the first step? That's the first step. Believing in yourself. Now, I'm going to tell you all something. A lot of you all have a 10 skill set, but you're working with a 1 opportunity. Some of y'all have a 1 opportunity, 10 skill set. Other people have a 1 skill set and a 10 opportunity. And I know you're not understanding this. I had a 1 skill set. I couldn't cut hair, couldn't do a relaxer, shampoo, conditioner, couldn't use the razor, couldn't do any of that. I had a 1 skill set. If you want financial freedom, time freedom, get rich, whatever it is you want to live out your dreams or whatever, it does not matter if you have a 1 skill set. And I had a 1 skill set as far as doing practical, a 1 skill set with theory, with teaching and all that I had never taught. But it was a 10 opportunity. See, if you have a 10 skill set, but you're working with a 1 opportunity, a 1 level opportunity, a 10 level skill set, you're the best at what you do. But if you're working in the shop, you're not going to go far because that is a 1 level opportunity. See, I had a 1 skill set, but I took that 1 skill set and went to a 10 level opportunity opening the school. It does not matter how great you are, how good you can do hair, style hair, cut hair, or whatever. You got a 10 level skill set. But if you're working in the shop, and I'm not down in it, that is a 1 level opportunity. You have to think about that. It's just like if we're in the medical field, a doctor, you may have a 10 level skill set, but you're doing a CNA. That's a 1 level opportunity. A surgeon, that's a 10 level opportunity. So what we have to do, we got to take our skill set and do a 10 level opportunity, meaning this school, because that's going to give us a bigger reward. You will be able to live a lifestyle of financial freedom and time freedom longer once you become accredited and you start receiving the government funding. Now, it's going to take work. A lot of y'all think y'all can just open up a school, boom, and then you're accredited and you're receiving all this government funding. No, it does not work like that. So it's going to take work. And we see a lot of people on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok with a 10 level skill set, but they're working in the shop. That's a 1 level opportunity. That's like a hamster on the wheel, a gerbil on the wheel. 5 years go by, 10 years go by, 20 years go by, 30 years go by, they're still going to be in the shop. Haven't progressed. There's only so far you can go. So we got to get in our minds that we can do this school. And I'm going to take y'all step by step on the school. So let's start this right now. And I'll be sharing pictures with you all. So now, I'm cutting hair in prison for 3 cents an hour, but I want a school. Think about that. I want a school. What am I going to do? I know y'all didn't start there. Y'all are getting a head start because y'all in the shop. You're in a salon suite. You're not in prison cutting hair for 3 cents an hour. So you have a head start. You're probably not a convicted felon. You probably don't have bad credit. You probably don't have a messed up family. I don't know. So I'm sharing this with you all because there is no excuse on why you can't open a school. There are no excuses. I don't care if you was dealt a bad hand. We were all dealt a bad hand. But it doesn't matter. For y'all spade players, it doesn't matter the hand you was dealt. It's how you play that hand. Now, what are you going to do? You're working in the shop. You're cutting hair. $5 haircuts, $7 haircuts. Now, you know, y'all are getting $20, $100 for different services, $200, $500. Okay, how are we going to progress and move from behind the chair to owning a school? And there are a lot of problems working in the shop. You got to babysit. These other barbers, stylists, they'll take estheticians. That's an adult daycare center. Your back is going to start hurting, your neck, carpal tunnel. A lot of physical things will start happening to your body as time progresses as you get older. So what are you going to do? And some of y'all own the shop. That's great. You're getting booth rent. You're getting commission. You're doing all of that. Some of y'all are cutting at the shows. You're doing that. That's great. But think about it. A shop, they're long hours. We talked about the physical ailments, feet hurting. You don't have a lot of time for your kids, your family. That's if you're a great barber, stylist, nail taker, esthetician. Because you're going to be busy. You're going to miss out on a lot of their games, a lot of things, holidays or whatever. Think about that. You're training students that graduated from this school, you're retraining them in your shop, and then they're leaving. It's only a few ways to make money in the shop: booth rent, commission, products, sales, vending machine, sales, teach a small class, and you doing your clients. But with the school, you have free labor. The students don't get paid. That's free labor. You remember when you were at the school? How many of y'all remember when y'all was at the school? I remember doing services. You remember the day before Easter? Think about that. You were at the school. That's free labor. Okay, tuition. I don't have money for tuition. Everybody can put something down. I don't care if they can put $100 down. Even if they can't put any money down, can they give you 30 to 40 hours a week working on the clinic floor? Why don't you buy an extra kit, a few extra kits? So now this student that has a great attitude, great work ethic, they can help clean up the school, sanitation, and they can work on the clinic floor 30 to 40 hours a week. You're going to need them on the Thursdays, the Fridays, the Saturdays to generate income from you, okay? Now, they can give you their ID. They can take out their wallet, give you their ID, and you give them a kit that they checking out. They go on the clinic floor and they work and they make you money. They turn the kit back in, you give them their ID back. So we got to have some creative ways. And then we can use their different companies. And I'm going to put those companies in the chat for you all. You got Elective, you got Ease Consulting, TFC, although they have to pay them first. The students will pay TFC, then they pay the school owners. But I'm going to put some of those vendors in the chat. As a matter of fact, I would do that right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the chat. So I put Elective, I put Ease Consultant, and I put TFC. And you can click on those links. Matter of fact, I will click on those links and I will show you all some of them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share this screen. And this right here is Elective, the easiest way to boost sales for your business. And you all can sign up with them. One of the learn now, pay later source. So This is an easy way for you all to enroll students. All right. Now, great thing about this, learn now, pay later. Get paid up front while your customers pay over time. So your customers paying over time, but you can get paid up front, you as the school owner. Okay. So that's something. Now, they will finance up to $15,000 from anywhere from $150 to $15,000. So make sure you all sign up with them. I'm going to share some other vendors with you all also. Okay, so I shared elective. Let's go with, let's see, Ease Consultant. So let me share Ease Consultant. I'll share the screen with you all. Your clients need financing? We've got the answer. You can get your school set up with them. Okay, increase your sales, increase your enrollment. So those are two companies right there. The last company, that one is a little different because students pay that company and then that company pays you. So that's a little different. I'll show you that company, but the first two, a lot of school owners like them better. So let me share that company with you, this TFC. So I wanted to share that with you. So now a lot of y'all are probably asking, how can I get paid? Those are some resources for you. And you can use some creative resources, meaning they may have $500. If a student comes in, okay, what type of payment plan do you need? Well, I can put $100 down and pay $200 a month. Or I can put $500 down and I can pay you $100 a month. Well, you may have 5, 10, 20 students on payments. Now it's like a used car lot. Those payments will add up. That's something you can think about. If you don't want to deal with the student payments, you can have them to pay TFC, where you don't even have to deal with the payments. So if they don't pay, you can go ahead and put them out and you won't feel embarrassed or scared or whatever as a school owner or have any bad blood because they're paying TFC and then TFC is paying you. That's the benefit of that, because a lot of times students don't want to pay you. But if they have to pay a company and they have the understanding that, look, you're paying TFC, they're financing the tuition. If you miss a payment or two payments or one payment, I'm going to have to terminate you from the school. So now you are the school owner, you don't feel bad putting that student out. But if they're paying you directly, a lot of times they don't want to pay you. And then if you put them out, they kind of mad or whatever. So that's the benefit of TFC. So I wanted to share that with you all. So now we're going to keep going. I'll keep sharing resources with you. So now you have product sales. You can make money from that. Your books and kit. You can get your books from My Ladies. We all know about My Ladies, myladies.com. I mean, I can go to the site and pull that up for you all if that's something you want to look at. So let me pull up My Ladies, because we have some people on here, and they're going to be people that that don't know about My Ladies. We got people on here right now that probably doesn't know about mylady.com. So let me pull that up for them, and I'm going to share my screen. Okay, this is My Lady. You don't have to have any experience teaching. I had zero experience teaching. I'd never taught at a school. You don't have to let people put that in your head that see, oh, you got to have experience. You need to go teach at a school first. No, you do not. We got some LeBron James on here. We got some Kobe Bryants on here. We got some Kevin Garnett's on here. We got some people that they don't have to go to college. They can go straight to the pros. Like Ms. Velma told me, if you can read and follow instructions, all you have to do is stay one chapter ahead of the students. Because My Lady, it has all the teaching materials on here. It's got all the books. It's got the online SEMA program. Stay one chapter ahead. It has everything. You don't have to know how to write a lesson plan. No, you don't. It's already there. So you all don't have to listen to these people telling you things. I'm so glad I had Miss Velma to listen to when she told me that, because I'm thinking, I got to have experience and do all. No, you do not. You can read and follow instructions. Yes, you can. If I can do it and all these other people have done it, you can do it too. Okay? My ladies gets them ready for everything, for state board, all of that. It's got all the teaching stuff for you. So that's the My Ladies. Now, I will put this up for you, this link. I'm going to put that in the chat. I'm putting it in the chat right now. There's My Ladies. Because I know y'all asking, well, how am I going to teach? Where am I going to get my books? You get those at a discount price, retail them to the students. You're making money from that. Now, there are a lot of companies that have clippers and stuff, and My Ladies will only sell to licensed school owners. All right, well, you can go on Amazon and get some books before you get your license. All right, but you want to start getting your stuff from My Ladies. Now, a lot of people ask, well, what about where am I going to get my tools for the students? There are a lot of places that you can do that. Get the tools. Burmax is a place. And I'm going to put that link in the chat for you all. And all of these contacts, they're in the school playbook. So let me share this screen with you all. This is Burmax. Well, what does Burmax do? A lot of the big corporate schools use Burmax. There are other places, but I'm just sharing some contacts with y'all. So let me put this in the chat. Any and every question you have, Miss Velma had the solution. That lady was doing over $1 million a month. She helped thousands of schools from scratch to get accredited to make millions of dollars. Burmax has everything. As you can see, they got everything on here. Everything that you need, the mannequins, products, just everything. All right. You can become a partner school and you'll get prices so low that you'll be able to sell to other barber stylists and nail techs in your community and make money. You can have like a little mini beauty supply store inside your school generating income. There are other companies too, but I did want to share that with you all. So now, let's talk about some other things in the school, how you're going to make money. Because a lot of times we're scared to transition from the shop to a school. All a school is an oversized shop. My shop was more expensive to start than my school. Yeah, I had a little raggedy school in the hood, but you have to start somewhere. So now you can make money from the tuition, the clinic floor, you got product sales. When the student sells a product, guess what? You get 100% of the money. You don't get that in the shop. Advanced classes. If you close on Sunday or Monday, have some advanced classes. Generate some more income like that. Have some online classes. Each and every one of y'all should take y'all cell phone out. Record step by step. And get Thinkific. Thinkific is an online portal. They give you one free course. All of that great training that you all are doing. Everybody on here is an expert. I don't care if you know how to bake chocolate chip cookies real good or cook oxtails real good or whatever. God has given each and every one of y'all a gift, a talent, some specialized information. Alethea knows something. Charles knows something. Dion knows something. Felix, his cuts is just out of this world. We got some gifted people. George, Gigi, Queen Jane Hilton can teach. Jasmine Clark, Javonda Jones, Janelle, John, Jose, Karen. All of y'all got some great gifts and talents. Kenyatta, Lacey, LaJuan Dior, I mean, Lisa Wilson. All of y'all are experts in something, and you need to be recorded. All of that knowledge of 35 years or more of in the industry, Michelle Barnes, all of y'all should be teaching, recording. Pam, Paris, Shayna, Savangel, Zandra, all of y'all are experts at something. You don't need a camera guy. All you need is this cell phone. Turn it sideways, record step by step. Client consultation. Okay, that's 3 minutes. Stop the phone. That's one recording. Now, how to put the color on. That's another recording. There are 8 billion people on the planet. There's someone that will click that link and be willing to pay you. I didn't think nobody would want to learn how to open a school. I used to teach people how to open schools for free, y'all. I had on a VHS tape. I used to have these little CD-ROMs that we had. Floyd Mayweather used to box for free. Serena Williams used to play tennis for free. You all have some specialized knowledge that you should be recording. So the online stuff, the vending machines, you're going to make money from that. Go to Sam's. Go to Costco. Get your Skittles, your powdered donuts, your chocolate donuts. Get your sodas. No, we're not putting fruit in there. They're not going to buy the fruit. Put your TV by the vending machine and on top of the vending machine. So when they're watching TV, subliminally, they're seeing those snacks, them peanut M&Ms, the hot Skittles, the hot fries, the Cheetos, the Doritos. That right there will pay your light bill. Snacks are $1 now or $2. Back then, the snacks was like 50 cents back in 98. And you could go to Sam's and get them for probably 10 cents by the time you broke the box down. So there are a lot of ways that we can make money. Once the school gets going, then you can get the GI Bill. People that's been in the military, those are great students. You know why? Because they get paid to come to the school. And military people, they're disciplined. They're going to be some of your best students. And the military will wire that money to your bank account in one whop. When I say one whop, one check, one wire transfer. If your tuition is $10,000, they wiring it. $20,000, they're wiring it. The VA, okay? There are people on GI Bill, vocational rehabilitation. People that have a mental, physical, health, or dependency problem. Look, all of us on here, y'all know we're all perfect. Ain't nothing wrong with us. We ain't never been on dope. We ain't crazy. We ain't taking no medication. Nothing's wrong with us. I understand that. But you have to realize everybody's not like us. There are people that have some type of mental, physical, health, or dependency problem that's documented by a doctor. There's government funding money out there for that. So now with this school, plus you're going to take all your clients from the shop and you're going to service them at the school. By law, you only have to do theory 1 hour a day. We're going to do theory from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay? The rest of the day, we're doing practical floor. You're going to do your clients. You're going to charge them full price. If students doing other clients, it'll be the school price. You doing your clients alone should be able to pay some of the bills at the school. We're going to start out small. I'll never forget, meet Miss Velma. I met this lady right here. This was in 1998, y'all. I was 26 years old. Bad credit, no credit, convicted drug felon on federal parole for 5 years. Didn't have a driver's license. Why? Because I lost them when I got locked up. I had a speeding ticket. All the cards were stacked against me. But she said she had a program, teach you how to open a school, become accredited, get government funding. Just follow what I did. One of the things that she said, read your rules and regulations. If you all read your rules and regulations, you will see that it's not a lot to open a school. You will see the bare minimum, the square footage, how many tables, chairs, how many shampoo bowls. You will see what it takes to open a school, the bare minimum. We've been tricked, brainwashed, and bamboozled by society and us looking at these big old corporate schools. You see Paul Mitchell, okay, you know his story. He's starting the trunk of his car with $700. You look at TD Jakes, okay, he's starting a storefront church with 10 members. And he told me 10 members on an Easter Sunday. And he said that was counting the pregnant members. I remember meeting TD Jakes face to face when I spoke at one of these events and we're in a private room and I'm asked, how did you get to where you are? There was 20,000 something people in the dome. He said, Chin, I started a storefront church with 10 members. He said on an Easter Sunday, counting the pregnant women. And he said, they used to call me One Suit Jakes. I was not TD Jakes. I said, why they call you One Suit Jakes? He said, because I had one suit. And he had holes in the bottom of his shoes. So it doesn't matter how you start. I remember talking to him. You see the pictures right here. It does not matter how you start. A lot of us are trying to start at the top. You got to start somewhere and work your way up. So when I met Miss Velma, she said, find a building. The minimum square footage the state board requires. It was like 1,500 square feet or something like that. Every state board is different. We got people on here from all different states. Read your rules and regulations, and you'll see some states don't even have a minimum requirement. You can turn your shop into a school. Why would you want to do that? Because of the potential that a school has. So I'm looking everywhere. I got turned down, y'all, about 50 or 60 times. I'm looking for a building. I have bad credit. I have no credit. I'm a convicted cocaine dealer, conspiracy to distribute cocaine, trafficking cocaine, aiding and abetting, gun charges. My record is really bad. So nobody wanted to rent to me. Even if I had the money to pay the first and last month's rent, they didn't want to do it. Bad credit, no credit, and you're a criminal or whatever, convicted felon, you're on federal parole. No means not right now. Okay, they didn't rent. Okay, I went to about 50, 60 places. So what? You got to walk by faith and not by sight. What if I gave up, y'all? What if I had given up? What if I had listened to the naysayers, the dream killers, my family members and friends? What about you? Cannot listen to those people. They will abort your dream. God has birthed this baby inside of you. It's up to you to birth this child. Some of y'all are going to abort your dreams because you're listening to these people out here. Don't do that. I listened to Miss Velma. I kept going to different places, kept getting turned down. No means not right now. This old man rented a raggedy building to me in the hood. You got to let your pride go. Oh, I don't want to rent that and do all that. No, you got to let pride go. You can't have champagne taste with Coca-Cola money. You can't have champagne taste and a Coca-Cola record, Coca-Cola credit. So I rented that place, paid the first and last month's rent. I was happy to find somebody even rent to me because nobody else believed in my dream. You can't be worried about and waiting on this person to help you and waiting for this to get right. The time to do it is yesterday. The next best time is today. Why do you want to do it? Because so you can live a longer life of the dreams and freedom and time freedom and financial freedom. You want to live a longer life of that. That's why it's time for you to do that. Past 26 years, I lived a life of financial freedom and time freedom. Why? Because I jumped early. I jumped at 26. I'm 52 now. Think about that. And you get to live a longer life, your family. You get to help them. So that's why we got to jump early. So I found that raggedy building in the hood. And it was raggedy, y'all. I mean, I wish I had pictures to show y'all. But I opened that school. A couple of months later, I opened it. While I was getting ready, I was taking my instructor's test. And when it got my instructor's license, why? I didn't have money to pay somebody. Why need a staff? Do not let them put that seed in your head. You don't need a staff. You need you. You better than 10 people anyway. God is giving the vision to you. Yeah, I was the janitor, the toilet bowl cleaner, front desk operator, admissions rep, director, toilet bowl cleaner, janitor, theory instructor, practical floor instructor. It does not matter how you start. What matters is how you finish. God will send people to help you. Yes, he will. You have to walk by faith and not by sight. The devil is alive. You got to preach rain in the drought, Noah. And if you're looking at this picture, I had no skill set, no experience. I still can't use the razor. I can't color hair, can't cut straight hair, can't do a relaxer. So what? You can read and follow instructions. Doesn't matter how you start. Yeah, you see this on the table, this desk scratched up. I went to Goodwill and bought that desk. You see this chair worn down right there, what a cursor is. That came from Goodwill. It does not matter how you start. You looking at my clinic floor. You see all of these brown spots on the ceiling. Does anybody know what them brown spots mean? When it's on the ceiling, it leaks. Doesn't matter. I put the red chitlin buckets around and caught the water. When it would rain and I'm at home, It rained that night. I'm thinking, darn, I'm gonna have to mop when I go to the school, but that's okay. I got a school. I mop it up, put the chilling buckets. Clients sitting there waiting, drip, 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 looking at that. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. I feel bad, but trouble don't last always. Open the school. Where am I gonna get my students? Y'all always asking me that. How am I gonna get students? Where am I gonna get students? I had 0 students for months. Well, how you gonna get students? Okay, go to all the high schools. Go to the guidance counselor. Let them know you have a school. Speak to the students. Ask the guidance counselor to let you speak. They have career days. Show up at career day. Have your postcards, your flyers, your business cards. Hit every shop in town. Give them a business card, a postcard. Let them know you opening a school. Because every barber, stylist, nail tech, estheticians, we know people. And people ask you, hey, how'd you get involved in this? And they can refer them to you. Give them people $100 cash if they refer somebody. When somebody enrolls in your school, charge a $100 application fee, take that $100 and give that to that person. Go over to their shop. Hit the dollar stores, the Walmarts, the Sam's, all these different places. Hit the churches. Every month, send out a press release to all of the newspaper places, the radio stations, the newspapers, the news stations. Send them a request, a press release, let them know that you're going to do some free services for the elderly people. I'm doing free services for women over 60, free services for the kids. Pretty soon, they're looking for stories to do. I was on the news so many times and in the paper in my city for doing that. Miss Velma told me to do that. That's something you could do. Give out free haircuts or free services. Small things, give them out. Give out all them cards, free services on Tuesday and Wednesday. People come, get their name and number. Call them. When they get that free service, hey, Miss Pam, I was just calling to thank you. Alethea, Charles, Dion, Felix, George, Gigi, I just thank you for bringing your child in. Jane Hilton, I thank you for bringing your son Charles in. Jasmine, Javonda, thank you. Miss Jones, I thank you for bringing Javonda in, your daughter. Janelle, thank you. Kenyatta, Karen, Lacey, LaJuan, I just want to thank you for bringing Marcus in to get his haircut. Lisa, Michelle, I want to thank you for patronizing the business. Nene, Paris, Shana, Savanja, thank you. Zandra, what that does is the connection. When the kids come in, ask them, hey, can I give this kid this candy bar, this backpack of chips? Now the next time the kid gets a haircut, Mom, I want to go down there to see Miss Pam. I want to go see Paris. I want to go to Savanja's shop. No, I want to go to Felix. I want to go to Charles because they're going to get that candy. Now you're building your clinic floor up. Now the students, you're making enough money on the clinic floor to cover your bills. Plus you're doing all your clients. Okay, well, you know you can't do your own clients in the school. State board comes in. Well, what are you doing? I'm doing a look and learn for this student right here. You can do a look and learn. You can do a demonstration. State board only going to be there for 30 minutes or whatever. Now they gone. They're not coming back for another year or two. So that's how you can get over on that. So now you're making money from you doing your clients, the students doing clients. You done built up the clinic floor because you done targeted single dads, single parent moms, high school kids, college kids, the elderly, the specialties. Everybody can't go to your shop and pay these high prices. Okay? So now we're making enough money. It's 8 different ways the school is generating income, and you started out small. You didn't go get a big old builder. I know you want to get a big builder. I know you want to be like Paul Mitchell, Aveda, Empire, Kenneth Schuler. I know that. But you got to start out small. See, if you try to start out too big, see, we're like a baby. If you give a baby steak too early, it'll choke, it'll die. You'll choke your school, you'll kill your school because you got to have some money to go through accreditation. You got to have money every month to pay your bills because you got home bills too. Now you have these school bills. So start out small. That way you won't get stressed out. I didn't get stressed out. I had a small school. But have big dreams. I started with 0 students in the physical, but 100 in the spiritual. Every day I go to my school. 0 students in the physical, and I get on my knees, y'all, and I pray, and I look up there and thank God for the 100 students that he gave me. It was 100 in the spiritual. See, you have to go through life with your spirit eyes. A lot of y'all are not where you want to be. God has cosmically created you and divinely designed it for you to dominate, for you to have everything while you're here. But your behavior is based on your physical eyes. You walking with your physical eyes. You doing things with you investing with your physical eyes. You got to walk by faith and not by sight. You got to lead with your spirit. What do you see? Do you see anything? You're eagles. The only bird that attack an eagle is a crow. That crow will get on top of that eagle's back and peck it, but the eagle ignores it. The eagle just flies to higher heights. And crows can't stand high heights, so they fall off. When people are hating on you, you just got to keep flying to higher heights. You're eagles. Eagles have vision. An eagle can see above and beyond where it's at. When a storm comes, an eagle gets happy. We get happy and fly head first, spread our wings and fly above and beyond that. We're an eagle, y'all. You're not a duck. So we got 100 in the spiritual. When it ain't nothing in here in the physical, and people driving by looking, oh, she ain't gonna have to shut down. I told him he should have stayed in that shop. He crazy. You have to dream like a fool. If you tell somebody your dream, if they don't laugh in your face, you're not dreaming big enough. And I don't care where you at. Write the vision and make it plain. Even when I was locked up, y'all, that's when I said I was gonna get a school. I wrote it down. Everything was wrote down. I'm enjoying owning the barber school. I'm enjoying making millions of dollars. I'm enjoying retiring my mama. I'm enjoying buying her a mansion. I didn't just think of that. I wrote that down, y'all, when I was in prison right here, cutting hair for 3 cents an hour, crying every night. And people thought I had been institutionalized and I was crazy. God gives you a vision. He does not give it to anybody else. And what y'all got to do, you got to hook up with a visionary. Someone that's been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. Because if you tell a small-minded person this big dream, they won't understand it. You got gallon dreams. Quit telling your gallon dreams to paint-sized people. They won't understand it. They don't believe it. So think about that. So we got 0 students in the physical. But if you all works, then y'all, guess what? Classroom. I had little kiddie chairs. Back then, we didn't have dry erase, but we had chalkboards. This was the original classroom, y'all. And then I got 1 student. And there I was cutting my client's hair with the 1 student in the physical. And I said, God, thank you. You said you was going to give me them 100 students. I thank you, God. You cannot lie. You did not lie, God. You gave me them 100 students. But I had 1 in the physical. We got to preach rain in the drought. Do you see anything? See, and then you got Miss Bell. We had big booklets, the policies and procedure manuals and all that. The Bible was these booklets. Y'all got everything now. I done spoiled y'all. Y'all got everything at y'all's peck of a hand with this technology and stuff. Copy and paste, fill in the blank. All y'all got to do is put y'all's name on it. You studied your rules and regulations. You've done your business plan. The business plan is copy, cut, and paste. You should have your school right now in your head. You don't need the physical location right now. Your school should be in your head and on paper. You should have already done your school catalog, your enrollment agreement, your orientation forms, your pre-orientation receipt, the contract. You should have already done all of that. You should already have your logo. You should already have the name of your school and put that on the papers. I don't care if you ain't submitted it to the state board yet. It doesn't matter. Once you find your building, then put the address on all your documents, and now you're ready to submit to the board. But start out small. Doesn't matter how you start. And then I got a couple of students, y'all. This was my first class. It was like Welcome Back Carter, the Sweat Hogs. Everybody in there, it was like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Everybody in here had a problem. Whether they'd been locked up, molested, single parent home, been beat, raped, everybody on there had a problem. But I'm going to tell you something. You got to speak life into your students, personal development. And you're going to have to feed your spirit and starve your problems. Every day before you go to that school, you should be feeding your spirit with whatever it is. I don't care if it's Joel Osteen, T.D. Jakes, or Joyce Meyer, or Eric Thomas or Tony Rock, whoever it is that feeds you. And then you feed your students. Speak life into them. Now, you're open. State board, you done submitted your paperwork to state board because we had all the documents you submitted. Now you're approved. They come out there and inspect. Everything's in your rules and regulations, what they're going to look at. Boom. Now you're a school owner, you're open. You've already done your guerrilla marketing. We didn't have this TikTok and Instagram posting and all of that stuff where you could do $5 Facebook ads and the Google ads and all of that stuff. We didn't have that back then. If you do all of that, you're going to get some students. Yeah, you're going to get some students. I know you probably wonder, well, darn, how am I going to get students? You're going to get some students. I started with 0 in the physical for months, but you got to keep going, y'all. You got to keep going. Now, we have the school open. You got all the documents and paperwork. I've told y'all about Burmax. How you going to teach? My ladies. I told y'all about some of the funding places. Even like Savannah. She didn't have the money to open her school. She did the business plan, submitted it to SBA, and got $250,000 to do her school. So we started from scratch, and we've worked our way up, but start out small. And you're going to have to put some students out. Yeah, some of them are going to kind of act crazy, but I can tell you, if you work this, it will work for you. And I kept going. I mean, we got students all over, but sooner or later, we'll go through accreditation. Once you've been open about 12 months or more, go to the NACA's workshop. I'm going to show you the NACA's workshop. Let's talk about the NACA's workshop. Let's go to that website. And a lot of people want to know, why should I get accredited? I had people, y'all, to tell me, well, you know, you don't need to get accredited. You don't want to mess with that government money because you're going back to jail. You'll go to jail with that government money. Let me tell y'all something. Yeah, if you're a thief, if you're going to be stealing federal funds, you deserve to go to jail. Oh, well, you can't get accredited because you're a convicted felon. You can't get the financial aid, the Title IV funding. Because let me tell y'all something. When I opened my school, I was a convicted felon on federal parole for 5 years. When I got accredited with NACA's, I was on federal parole going to see my PO every month. When I got accredited, I was on federal parole, okay? The government was paying me over $100,000 every month, over $1 million a year. Guess what? I was on federal parole. Every month I'd go see my PO and my bank statements. They paying me. Well, how did they do that? Look, Miss Velma told me. She said, Chin, if you didn't go to federal prison for embezzlement, okay, or money laundering, guess what? There's no law stating that you can't get accredited, get financial aid. What if I had listened to the dream killers? What if I had listened to those ninjas? What if I listened to the negative people? You got to watch who you listen to. So now, let's look at the NACA's website. Well, that's going to be too much paperwork for you. Miss Velma's team did my paperwork, y'all. Yeah, it's a lot of paperwork. But guess what? When you get through it, you're going to make a lot of paper too from the government, the money. Well, how'd you do your accreditation? Her team did my institutional self-study. First thing you're going to have to do, and you've been over about 12 months, go to the workshop. Here's the workshop. They usually have about 4 workshops per year. All right? You want to go to the workshop? You want to register early. Why you want to register early? Because if you register early, it's cheaper. Let me show y'all. Let's go down here. Okay, registration form. Let's look at it. We're going to make it bigger. Let's make it bigger, larger. Okay, now look. You're going to fill out this registration form. You're going to mail it to NACA's. All right? It's going to be, right now, it's $525. But guess what? For y'all that procrastinate, if you wait to the last minute, it's going to be $925 if you wait to the last minute. That's why you want to register early, okay? and you're going to send this in. You're going to get a cashier's check or a money order. This is the NACA's workshop. If you still don't know how to do it, you can reach out to the team or whatever. This is everything it's showing you. These are the different workshops, different dates, times, and all of that. Make sure you do everything ahead of time. I just told you that. Look, early bird fee, $5.25. After the deadline, the first deadline, this goes to $7.25. Now you done lost $200. If you wait to the very last minute, it's going to be $9.25. So we're going to do the NACA's workshop. When you go there, you should already have your ISS done. Well, what is your ISS? Let me show y'all. That is your institutional self-study. There are 10 standards. You'll have to do 9. You don't have to do number 10 because you don't have associates. I'm not going to go through all of these. You all can kind of look at them. But these 10 standards, here they are right here. I'll make it larger. This is standard 1. You got to answer all these questions and type all of this stuff up. You have to put all of these bookmarks and everything. Ms. Velma and her team did that. Our team will do it for you too. It's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of money also. And people will say, oh, so you're going to invest in Ms. Velma's program and do that? Look, let me share something with you all. I got accredited my 3rd year back in like 2000 or something, 2001. It's been a long time ago. The 3rd year I got accredited. When I went to the NACA's workshop, it was 4 people that looked like me. Yeah. And 400 other people that looked like Ms. Velma. Okay. No one told me anything about Ms. Velma. She was doing 90% of their ISSs. But guess what? I knew Ms. Velma. She had already did my ISS before I had went to the workshop. When I went to the workshop, I'm just like this. They thinking I'm a worker. I'm a school owner. And when I left, because you need the certificate. You need the NACA's workshop certificate, all right? Why do you need that? Because when you fill out your candidate status, let's go back to the NACA's page, candidate status. I'll share this screen with you all. When you go back here, steps to accreditation. It tells you all the steps. Tells you all the steps. Let's make this larger. Because I want y'all to see this. Looking at this, and I said, well, Miss Velma, you know, my school's small. I ain't going to probably have no students hardly to graduate. I said, how many students do you have to graduate it to go through NACA's? She said, Shin, you only need 1. Somebody lied to me and told me you needed like 15 or 20. You only need 1. And if you read your rules and regulations, guess what? There's the one right here. At least 1. Stop letting people brainwash you. I'm thinking, oh, heck, I can get 1 student to graduate. I don't care if I got to go get a homeless person or get my brother or sister or somebody. I get 1. I might can't have 100 or 50 or whatever, but I can get 1. That's all you need is 1. So now you do your candidate application after you attend the workshop, your feasibility study. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't know I do no feasibility study. Heck, I ain't know I do no resume. The team did that. Ms. Velma. They filled out my application and everything. Boom, submitted it to NACA's, paid the fees, and paid the workshop, the sustaining fees. That's the membership fees. Took them about a week to approve that. Now they give you 2 years, y'all, for candidate status. 2 years to fill out and do that institutional self-study, that 200 to 400 page document that like kills people's dreams. Shit already did mine, y'all. So once they approved the candidate status application, next day, boom, we mailed it off. Because see, back then, we had to get 7 copies of the ISS. Because we wasn't technology back then. All y'all got to do now, all we do is upload it. Click, boom, PDF file, electronic bookmarks. We had to put bookmarks like this. We had big old thick binders, like way thicker than this, way thicker than these. And you had to go to Kinko's and make copies and then get a 3-hole ring puncher, y'all, like this. And you had to punch holes in all of these papers, and then you had to put bookmarks in each one. You had to do 7 of those. And then you had to drive to FedEx and put it in a box with a tracking thing on it and then ship it out to NACAs. Now y'all don't have to do that. See how hard we had it? Miss Velma and her team, they did that. Now, after you do that, let's go to the NACA's website. Here we go. Steps. You went to the workshop. I'm telling y'all the fast track, how to do this. See, a lot of y'all gonna go to the workshop and you ain't did your ISS or none of that. So y'all just gonna be killing time. We think about it, school owners. How many times do people call your school each day? Hey, you got any financial aid? Nope. You just lost whatever your tuition is, 5, 10, 20,000, whatever it is. Now, go down here. We went to the workshop. Scroll on down. It's right here in front of y'all's face. Candidate status. I told you all, fill out the candidate status application. Everything now is electronic. Everything is online now, y'all. It ain't old school. Do this application right here. We'll fill out the application for you. Because most of y'all try to do it yourself, you're going to get denied, delayed, and got to redo it and keep redoing it. So now, we get that. Once they approve that, guess what? Here's the candidate application, candidate status. All right. They'll notify you by letter or by email. And guess what? Candidate status, you got 2 years to submit that ISS. But as soon as they grant you candidate status, we want to upload your ISS the same day. Because if you wait 2 years, you done lost $500,000 to $1 million. Statistics say school owners that are not accredited getting Title IV funding, financial aid, the Pell Grants, statistics say you're losing anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million. You're losing anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million per year. We have school owners on here, and they probably can testify to that. Every time somebody calls your school, you got financial aid? Nope. You just lost money. That's why you want to have this ISS done so quick. Oh, I can do it myself. I don't recommend you do something like that yourself. That's very important. That can break the generational curse of poverty. That can help you become rich, wealthy, financial freedom, time freedom, get into real estate, build houses, flip houses, retire your mama, retire your husband, retire your wife, buy your mansion, buy your cars, take care of your kids better, put them in a better zip code. It's very important for this. All because of the NACA's accreditation. It's life-changing. It changed a lot of lives, whole lot of lives. Yes. So now here's the ISS. We do that. After that, guess what? They look at that the next week. Hey, ISS is good. Now you can request your first team visit. That's the candidate visit. No need to be scared. The first visit, that's a friendly visit. They're not going to write you up and put you in jail and do all this. No, it's a friendly visit. Okay? That application is 1 page for the candidate visit. It costs $2,425. Going through NACA's, you're going to spend about $11,000, $12,000 to NACA's over that period of time, a year and a half, 2 years or whatever. But when you get accredited, imagine you getting $20,000 per student, per client. Imagine that, y'all. Just close your eyes. Imagine you getting $20,000 per student. Imagine them wiring that to your bank account. If you get 50 clients, 50 students, that's $1 million. Would $1 million change your life? Yeah, but you got expenses. Yeah, you do. You do. 2 instructors can handle that. You don't have to pay an instructor a lot of money. If your tuition is $20,000, you're accredited. Just say we're accredited $20,000 and the instructor is teaching 20 students. $20,000 times 20 students is $400,000. And then they doing clinic floor work. On the clinic floor, they generate $100,000 a year. That one instructor just made you $500,000. How much y'all gonna pay the instructor? Probably what? 40,000 a year, 30,000 a year, 50,000 a year. They just made you $500,000. So you see the numbers, and your biggest expense in running the school is going to be your employees, your employee expense. So now we'll keep going. So now the first visit, consultation visit, that's just a little friendly visit. Let's look at a form. I'm going to show you all a form. I'm going to make this bigger and I'm going to share the screen so you all will see what this application looks like. Can all of y'all see the screen? It's just a little one-pager. Very simple. All right? Consultation visit fee actually is $2,351 right here. They're going to give you a reference number too. This is your social security number. NACAS will give you that when you get in candidate status. So every document that you submit to NACAS, you're going to put your reference number on there. The official name of the institution, that's the name that's on with the state board too. So we'll go down. We're going to do electronic copy. Electronic copy. Where we click a button and upload it, we do that. Very simple for you. Now, scroll on down. You don't want to click the Saturday visit because they'll charge you extra $1,225. Now, guess what, y'all? We can request our first visit. They'll come to the school. That's just a little friendly visit. They're going to look around, be there a couple hours or whatever, and then they're going to tell you what you need to update. That's what they'll do. Fix this, fix that. Then we'll revise the ISS. You'll make any changes or whatever. And then guess what? Next, after you submit that, you got to have your audited financial statements done by a CPA that knows what they're doing. Do you all want me to give you all a good CPA that has audited hundreds of schools' financials that's very good? Because if you don't have the right one and stuff gets messed up, you ain't getting accredited. I'm going to give you all Nathan Ferguson's number. He used to work at the U.S. Department of Education doing this. All right. He did that for 10 years. And guess what? He went into private practice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give y'all his number. I'm going to put it in the chat. So all of y'all can have that because I want to see all of y'all win. So let me go in here and I'm going to give y'all his number. Put that in y'all Rolodex. I know you may not need it right now, but guess what? You're going to need it sooner or later, and you're going to thank me. 263. Okay. All right. I just put it in the chat. All right. His name is Nathan Ferguson. His number is 214-263-7705. You don't have to tell him I sent him. You ain't got to tell him I referred him. I don't get no referral fee. Everybody that I refer y'all, I don't get no money for that. This is for you all. Now, let's go back to where we were. Now, so you're going to have to do a 10-page application for initial accreditation after your candidate visit. Oh, well, how you do that? We got a copy of a 10-page application already done. Y'all can just copy and paste. The gold members, they don't even have to do it. The ladies do all of that for them. I'll show you all the 10-page initial accreditation application if y'all want to see it. So let me stop here. I'm going to share the screen. We'll make this larger for people that have readers. This is a 10-page application for initial accreditation. We have one of these already completed as an example for y'all to go by. Very simple. Even if you can't do it, heck, we'll fill it out for you and submit it. Okay? Not going to go through this whole application for time constraints, but this application is on the NACAS website. We have examples. Very easy. Now, this application, when you do this one is going to be the most expensive one. Is you got to submit your financials. Your CPA has to send those. The revised ISS, we have to submit that along with the application. Now, this application is $5,700. Ooh, it's a lot of money. Yeah, but you're going to get $20,000 a student. Now, we submit that. They come for the final visit. If everything is good, guess what? They'll go back to the commission 45 days later. Hey, you are accredited. Now you can contact the U.S. Department of Education and fill out the paperwork. It's online. Everything is digital with them. And then you get your OPEID number. And that's the number where when students want to qualify for financial aid, they can put that number in and fill out the FAFSA. A lot of y'all have heard of that. And now, guess what? You're ready to make the money. All of the hard work, all of burning the midnight oil, guess what? And with your school, we have people in the program that's open Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They close Thursday, Friday, and Saturday because that school only works at the shop or whatever. You can set your hours of what days your school going to be open in the hours. You can do that with the state board, but you have to follow that. So now, I know a lot of y'all are wondering, well, what about accreditation? Can you tell me about accreditation? Yeah, I'll tell you about accreditation. But not only that, I'm going to show you the type of money. I'm going to share with you what nobody wants you to know. A lot of the school owners out there, I put a lot of stuff on YouTube. I give y'all all the information. As if y'all gave me $1 million cash, that's what I put on YouTube. Everything is out there. So I finally got accredited. And then I had the biggest barber school. I had over 200 and something students. You remember I was preaching rain in the drought and thanking God for them 100? Then got one. Then I thanked him for the 200. Well, God gave me them 200 in the physical, y'all. My largest school, I kept 200 and something students at $20,000 a student. God is good. The financial aid came. I'll show y'all the financial aid because some of y'all, this is y'all's first time. And I need to show y'all why I recorded one of my old computers because I said, you know what? They need to see this because there's no school on planet Earth that's going to show them this. So let me show them. So this is one of my computers. So this is a financial aid report. These are students, last name. I couldn't put their socials on there for privacy purposes. So you see the aid received, that's what the government sent me. If you see the dates, that was 2013. As we're speaking right now on this video, it is 2023. That was 10 years ago when I was making this type of money. That's a lot of money, y'all. So we're going to go down the list and I keep going page by page, but I just want to break this down. So now you see all the money that the government sent. 22,000, 20,000, 11,000, 23,000, 22,000, 20,000. Just a lot of money, y'all. Now I'm going to the next page and I'll be scrolling down. Now my tuition was 20,000. So y'all will see where they sent 22,000, 25,000. Well, I had to refund that 5,000 or that 2,000 back to the student. So we'll keep going. I'm just scrolling, y'all. Y'all see the money. Look at this line right there, aid received. You see it. I'm just going through all these pages. Because I want y'all to see this. That's what y'all gonna get. It's right around the corner for you all. Yes, you're gonna join the other 1,125 schools. Now this is a summary. Look very closely. That's the balance. This is the aid received. Total. They sent that year $5.8 million. Balance. The government still owed me $1.5 million. Look at over here. I already got previous is like $12.9 million, almost 13 mil. Y'all need to see this. Aid received. Look, boom. Now, I'm not showing you this to impress you or to brag or to boast. I'm showing you this to impress upon you. You saw why I was in prison. You saw why I was cutting hair for 3 cents an hour. You saw that raggedy school with everybody laughing. And you saw that. So I'm sharing this with you all because don't give up. Don't quit. You can do it. It's right around the corner for you all. You'll win if you don't quit. And I'll share some more because we got to go to this financial aid. We got to go to the financial aid. So let me share this screen. That was a school. I moved. I got another school when I got my financial aid, because what's going to happen? This is what's going to happen to you. Charles, Alethea, Clay, Felix, George, Gigi, Jane, Queen Jane in the house, Jasmine, Jason, Javonda Jones, John, Jose, Karen, Kenyatta, Lacey, LaJuan Dior, South Carolina. This is what's going to happen to you, Lisa, Michelle, Nene. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to you, Nevis, Paris Trans, Shayna, Savon Jill. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to you, Taylor Mosley, Zandra. What's going to happen to you when you get accredited? You're going to get so many calls, so many people trying to enroll in your school. God has already shown you, because you're getting the phone calls. You just don't have accreditation. You're going to have to get a bigger location. You're going to bust out of those seams. You're going to bust out of that school, because when God blesses you, he's going to pour out he's going to pour you out a blessing so big, your cup is going to run it over. Their school is going to run it over, and you're not going to have room for them. And you have to get a bigger location in a better neighborhood, because that's what God's going to do. So we'll keep going. I had other schools. That was a school. That was another school. Multiple schools. And let me share this with y'all, because y'all need to know this. Once you've been accredited for 2 years, once you have your accreditation for 2 years, guess what? You can open up branch locations, other locations, and lock the city down. And then those schools, it takes about 6 months for those to get the financial aid. You don't have to go through that long drawn process anymore. I repeat, once your main location has been accredited for 2 years, you can start opening up branch locations, schools, and then they can get the financial aid in 6 months. So now you got money coming from everywhere. Boom, 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 boom. So we're going to go back here, because I got a little bit more to share with you all. I want y'all to see this. This right here, I don't even know. I got to share something with y'all. I have to share this with y'all, because this is very important, and someone needs to know this. I don't know who, but somebody needs to know this. I grew up in the hood, single parent home. My mom raised 3 kids. We grew up eating a lot of beans and rice and cream of wheat and oatmeal, potatoes, spaghetti. She cooked things and spread it. I don't know if y'all remember the big block of government cheese, the powdered eggs, the powdered milk, the frosted flakes, not with Tony the Tiger on there in the blue box. It was in a bag. That's how we grew up. When she went to work, it was so early, y'all. It was dark outside. Close your eyes. When she came home, y'all, it was so late, it was dark outside. You can open them. All I ever wanted to do was be able to take care of her. She used to not go with food sometimes, y'all. She would go to bed hungry just so her kids could eat. And I remember all of that. It brings tears to my eyes. And that's been like 40-something years ago, y'all. Went to church every Sunday, and I had one suit. But all I could think about was being able to retire her one day. And this was our house. And she went to Goodwill, y'all, and bought this table and put this cloth over it. And she said, "This is my island." Yeah, I know the kitchen looks like a hoarder. My mom is a hoarder, y'all. Yes, she is. She don't throw nothing away. This is no reenactment. I don't know why I took this picture that day, but I did. And that's the wood paneling. You know how grandma people had their house. I don't know if any of y'all can relate to this. There's oatmeal right there. But that's how we grew up. And she used to spend $1 every year. I remember they would send a postcard to the house. And you could buy a raffle ticket to St. Jude's home for $1, and we'd try to win that mansion. And she would pay $5 sometimes so we could go visit mansions and walk around in them. It was called a parade of homes. And I remember she used to bend over in that sink, shampooing her hair, not washing her hair, because we got a lot of stylists on here, is shampooing. And she would bend over. I used to always think, darn, I wish I could get her a shot one day. I'm going to get her a shot one day in the house. And when I got my accreditation, y'all, I was living in my mama's house in the little bedroom. Because when I got out of federal prison, she picked me up at the bus station, and I had to live at the federal halfway house. That was part of my sentencing. And then I moved back home with my mama in a little bedroom. I had my school. And when I got accredited, I was living in that little bedroom. I'd already made $1 million, y'all, and I was still living in that little bedroom, driving the Toyota Camry at the time with 200-some thousand miles. And I always wanted to buy my mama a house. And even when Bishop Jakes had prayed over me that the finance would increase and all of that stuff, I want to share something with you all. Something that y'all need to know. This right here. Because it's going to help somebody. Here, she'll tell you a little bit about it. So how has me opening that school changed your life?
Well, we were living in the neighborhood. It was a pretty nice neighborhood in Nashville. And so after Chin opened the school and had worked a while, he told me he wanted me to retire. And about that time was the time that I was going to be at the age and have the years in. So he was able to convince me to retire. And I did. And he moved. I didn't even know he had this house, but he always said that he wanted to get another house for me so that I could retire and just do the things I wanted to do while I was still able to do them. And so since I've been out here in Hendersonville, I've enjoyed a life of something that I never imagined. And I'm enjoying the house. I'm enjoying being with him because he works from home. And I just sort of keep house the best I can, but I'm living a really good retirement life because of him.
Well, I know a lot of y'all want to start creating generational wealth and retire your mom or grandmom or your wife or husband and move to a better place and have financial freedom and time freedom. If you're in the beauty industry, then I recommend this. Okay, so let me stop this. I wanted you all to see that because I don't know why you're opening the school. Some of y'all are opening it for time freedom, financial freedom. You want to give back to society. God has blessed you and gifted you with this skill set that you want to teach students. You want to change your community. You want to break the generational curse of poverty. Every wealthy family, every rich family, they have one thing in common. It was one person in the bloodline that decided to go out there and do what no one else would do to start this generational wealth. That person is probably you. Your brother's not going to do it. Your sister's not going to do it. Your uncle, they're not going to do it. You're going to have to do that. And I wanted to share that with you all because it's very important. Why are you opening your school? What are you doing this for? Because see, when the time gets tough and the going gets rough, you got to have a strong why to keep going. And when times got hard for me, I had a strong why. And it was that woman right there. And she couldn't retire. I retired her 20-something years ago. No, men, when you get that money from the school, don't go buy a Rolls Royce or Bentley first and all that. Retire your wife. Retire your mama. Let them come home and rest. My mama's, she's 79, almost 80 years old, but she's been able to rest the past 20 years with no stress. Stress will kill you. She don't have to worry about bills. You have the best doctors. Let them rest. And I remember her asking me, you remember when we used to try to win that house, Chin? I said, yes, ma'am. And I recorded that. And she had to pinch herself. She said, we were in the kitchen and she broke down and started crying. Give your loved ones their flowers now. My mama keeps flowers. Yep, that was her kitchen. And I want to give her a real island. The only way I was going to be able to do that was to school. That was it. I had to give her a real kitchen. A real kitchen. And that's God. That's God. But the school blueprint, this school industry, a shop was not going to do that. Shop wasn't going to do that. No, it wouldn't. Yeah, she don't have to shampoo her hair no more, not over the sink. And I'm only sharing this with you all, not to impress you, but just to impress upon you, so you all will know. Now let's talk about this financial aid. And I was with Miss Velma a long time, for 20 years, y'all. For 20 years till she went on to be with the Lord. You see how we done got old, both of us at that time? The financial aid. How does the financial aid work? And I'm going to leave you all with this. We'll just do a 1,500 clock hour. Total pay for both the war years is about $10,550 for both the war years. Now, let's talk about it. And I want each and every one of y'all to write down 10 students. Write 10 students down. And they start on Tuesday. If they qualify for a full Pell Grant, they'll qualify for $3,000 on your first payment. So 10 started Tuesday, y'all. And they all qualify for full Pell. They will send, the government will wire $30,000 to your bank account by Thursday or Friday. That's how the financial aid works. Nobody's going to tell y'all this. Now, you'll have the FAME system or the Genesis, Discovery Pro. You'll have all of those. And let me put that in the chat. I'm going to put the school playbook that has all the wholesale vendors and all of those in this chat, because I want to see all of y'all win. Here. There it is right there. It's got all the wholesale vendors, because you don't have to keep up with all this. The automated time clock, all that's going to keep everything automatically. You attend, let me give y'all the automated time system right here, the clock. So you ain't got to do nothing by hand. We're in the technology world now. Everything is automated. Y'all ain't got to do all of this hand keeping up with the hours and stuff. They can just look at the clock or put their finger on it or swipe the card. So now the FAME system or Genesis system or Discovery Pro or Smart system, it will keep up with all the hours, the grades, and everything. So to send a signal to them. Now let's go back, because you all need to know this. We're talking about the money. Very important that y'all know this. So let's share this screen, because I want y'all to see it. Now, so you got 30,000. Okay. When those students hit 451 hours, just say them students hit 451 hours, the time clock keeps up with that automatically. The grade point average is a 70% or 75%, depending on where y'all's state rules are. And attendance is at least 67%. That's the minimum that the U.S. Department of Education requires. When they hit 451, y'all close your eyes. Now open them. They're going to wire another $3,000 times those 10 students to your bank account. I know that it's hard for you all to believe. I know it is. That's why I showed y'all all this. They gave me over $20 million in government funding. Ms. Bell was getting $1 million a month. Kambasi's getting probably $2 million a year. We got a lot of multimillionaires in the program, but they're quiet. They're not on social media. They don't have a lot of followers. I mean, they're real quiet, y'all. They hardly ever come on social media. They don't have a lot of followers. I mean, they just work on getting students. Kamasi, y'all, he's quiet. He does about $2 million a year. This guy right here, Networks Barber College, he only has 832 followers, y'all. Doesn't do a lot. You go through his page. I mean, yeah, but he got some nice cars, you know. Um, he's doing really well. He lives a good life. Motorcycles, boats. That's him. I mean, he's living a good life. This was a guy, y'all, that was cutting hair for $10 a haircut in a barber shop when I met him. I met him at a Barber Brothers hair show years ago when I used to do the class and the program was on the CD-ROM. And you see him on the boat. You see his wife right there. Okay? That's Kamasi. There's his wife sitting on the motorcycle. He's living a lifestyle that he truly deserves. He travels. He goes out the country. He don't take little trips around the United States. He goes out the country, y'all. This ain't in the United States. That's out the country. But I'm just sharing this to y'all, not to impress you, but to impress upon you, to let you know you can live that life. Yeah, he bought that off the showroom floor. And it's not all about material things, but he was able to retire his wife. And he started buying so much real estate. His wife went to real estate school. Now she's the realtor. Keep the money in the family. The money goes around in a circle. And his dream, one of his dreams was to take his family to Africa for a month. I'll never forget Kamasi telling me that. Because I said, man, what's your dream? Because Miss Velma asked me, she said, Chin, what's your dream? I said, I want to retire my mom and buy her a mansion. And I want to have millions of dollars in real estate. Look, he took his family to West Africa because his name is Kamasi. And they stayed a whole month. What beauty professional do you know can take a month vacation and not be stressed out about trying to get back home and make money and pay bills and all of that? He even posted my picture. Reposted that. It doesn't matter who you connected to, but to become a great leader, you must be a great student. The school changed my life and my family's life forever. This is the best financial investment I ever made. That's him talking about that. Kamasi. So we have a lot of people in the program. Some of them got non-disclosures where they're incognito. They don't want nobody to know. But that's him. I mean, 5-star hotels, ain't no more Super 8s. No, where the curtain won't all the way closed and stuff, the Motel 6. No, you can live that life. And he's able to take care of his family. His son goes to his school now, y'all. His son is going to be an instructor. So I just wanted you all to see that about Kamasi. We're going to go back to the financial aid because I know y'all want to know about that, and then we'll close this out. When they hit 901 hours, what happens? They're going to wire 2,000 times those 10 students. When they hit 1201, they're going to wire another 2,000. That's 20,000. Now, I know you got a question. People used to always say, well, why you enroll every week? Because Miss Velma told me to enroll every week. Because I was getting students every week. Money kept on going. Student may change their mind. Every week I was enrolling students. Sometimes I might enroll 20. Sometimes I might enroll 10. Sometimes I might enroll 2. It just depended. But we was enrolling every week. The money was going every week. This is the Pell Grant, free money that students don't have to pay back. I know y'all want to know about the subsidized student loan and the unsubsidized. I'll tell y'all about the loans. So let's go there. They can qualify for about $15,000 to $16,000. You will check the NSLDS system. What is the NSLDS system? That is a system that you will have access to. It's a government system. If a student defaulted on another student loan and they done went to somebody else's school, they can't get financial aid at your school. But if they haven't, they can get it. Them 10 students that y'all got the $3,000 for, the $30,000 the first week, if they filled out for the student loans, they could qualify for $4,700 on the first payment. The government would send that payment 30 days later. So 10 times 4,700 is $47,000. So they sent $30,000 the first week. 30 days later, for them same 10 students, they would send $47,000. That's $77,000. When them same students hit 451 hours, they're going to send the $30,000 at one time and another $47,000 at one time. There's $77,000 to your bank account. I know it's hard for you all to believe. I know you probably can't fathom that. When they hit 901, they're going to send 3,500 times 10 for the student loan money, 35,000. And remember the 20,000? Let me go back because some of y'all got amnesia. The 20,000 right here, and then they're going to wire the 35,000 at the same time. That's 55,000. When they hit 1201, the 35,000, 20,000, 55,000 is coming all at one time. That's how the financial aid works, y'all. That's why school owners try to keep this a secret. They keep it a secret, tight-knit. That's why they try to brainwash you all and tell you this and that and all of that. They don't want y'all to know that. It's like a good old boys club, a country club. They want to keep y'all barbers, stylists, nail techs, and estheticians working in the shop. There's nothing wrong with working in the shop. No, I recommend y'all open up shops because when them students graduate, your best students, send them to your shop. So now you're making money all the way around. Start your own product line in the school. Do that. Yeah. So the students will get hooked on the product like Paul Mitchell and them do. And then when the students graduate, who products they're going to buy? Yours. So I just wanted to share this with you all. Hopefully you all learned something. With God, anything is possible. Anything is possible. You can do it.